Afternoon, guys. So, continuing on with part 3 of Chicken Coop 2.0. So, basically the last video just ended because I was already at like 30 minutes. So now I'm continuing on. I made a run to Home Depot this morning. I got the remaining 2x4s that I needed and also some siding to finish out the chicken coop area itself, or the actual, closed off coop area. So the first thing I'm going to start on is going to be doing the framing for the chicken door that's going to open, that's going to be in the front here. And then I also have to build the doors because I want to have those all done so that I can paint everything at once. Whoa, big bug, get out of my face. So that's going to be what's on this video, and then hopefully by later this afternoon I hope to be painting, and then in the morning probably get started on the fencing, but we'll see how it goes. So again, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and let's get to work. All right, so I also got a mail call today, and I got the new nesting boxes in that I'm going to be putting in, and then this is the coop door that I got for this coop. So it's something a little bit different. I'm hoping that this one works better on the timer, because the one that I got on the other coop, it seems like the time drifts. So like once a month I have to go in and reset the time, because after a month it would be like 20 minutes off from the opening time. So I hope that this one goes better. And I got this on Amazon as well as these, so I'll put an Amazon Associates link in the description if anybody's looking for this. And that helps out the channel, it doesn't cost you anything extra. So these boxes I have to assemble, but it will look something like that when it's done. And the only difference is I'm going to put a closeout piece across here because this is going to be on the outside so that the eggs roll out. So yeah, got to do that. Dogs being dogs. So what I'm going to do now is go get measurements for the framing that's going to be around the chicken door. So let me go get started on that. So you see on the FJ there, I got all of the siding that I need for the chicken coop, and I also finally got the last 3 pieces that I need for the back of the shop. Yeah, haven't done that in a while. And then also I got some mulch delivered. So this is what I'm going to be putting inside the coop to fill this whole area for the chickens to walk around on and roost in and do whatever they want to do in there. And then whatever's left is going to just get spread out in front of the coop over here. And then I'll probably maybe set some aside and save it. I got a big pile in the front too, so the guy dumped half here and half out front. Yeah, so let me get set up here and grab the rest of my 2x4s, and then I'll get started on doing the frame out for the chicken door. Okay, so this is the new chicken door that I got. I really like this design. It's also all metal. So this is all metal. I mean, minus the box up here is plastic, but the door and everything itself is all metal. And as you can see, there's kind of a, if it'll focus, see the wheels, the little teeth sticking through right there. So that's like a cog wheel on the inside, and that spins, and that's what raises the door. And this one can go off of sunrise, sunset. You can set a timer. Actually, you can set multiple timers. So it seems pretty nice. We'll see how it works. It was cheaper than the other one that I got, and there's no string motor thing. That always seemed kind of weird to me. But anyway, I got this part framed out, so that's basically where the door is going to go. And if you go around this side, then this will be about like that. So that's about where the door will be. And then of course this is all going to get painted and the fencing put on, and then I'll add the door on after. And then I'll just cut out the fencing where the door is. So that's done. Over here on this section, I just started cutting the pieces. So you can see I got one piece in there. So I'm going to start doing the cross pieces here. That's going to be for the bottom of the actual coop. And then I'm going to put in a couple vertical pieces for the siding to attach to. So I'll probably just do that every 2 feet basically. So these are 4 feet roughly. So there will be one in the middle, one in the middle. On this side, I'm going to have to add 3 just so I have the 2 ends and the middle of the siding will get nailed going up, and that'll be more than enough for this to stay in place. So continuing on. All right, so I got this finished up, and basically this is, I mean, it's roughly about every 2 feet or so, actually about maybe every 20 inches or so. This one here is 21. Roughly evenly spaced, and basically what this is doing is giving me a lip to staple the fencing in around here so that it'll be stretched tight and should be good. And if this doesn't work out, or something, the chickens don't like it or whatever, I can always just drop in some plywood in here later on down the road. But I'm hoping just for ventilation and for cleaning that it'll end up working out. So we'll see how it does. Next thing is I'm going to, or the last thing is to do the verticals. So I need to add 3 vertical pieces on this side, and then 1 there and 1 here on that side. So 5 vertical pieces total. All right, let me do some ultra wide screen. Okay, so this thing is completely framed out now. Yeah. So actually, one other thing that I just thought of is I probably need to put a piece across here. So I'm actually going to have a door here that will open up so that I can, brush out the inside when I need to. And I was going to leave this open, and I just thought about it now that I need to actually put a cross brace in here. So I'm going to do that real quick. But otherwise, this is done. There will be a door here, and then a ramp going down. So that'll be the way that they get into the actual coop. Nesting box. That's another thing I didn't think about. I'm probably going to need to space those out a little more. So, see, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I got to go measure those nesting boxes and make sure that they will fit in between those spaces. But otherwise, the framing is all done. I was going to try and paint tonight, but it's already getting late. I think it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it looks like it's going to rain. So I think I'm going to actually wait till first thing in the morning. I'll paint. But in the meantime, I will probably go in the shop and work on building the doors and get those done so that I can paint the doors when I paint everything else. But yeah, I'm pretty much done. So hopefully the next thing you see is a painting time lapse, because I know you guys love those. Okay, so you always forget stuff. So I also had to add in these cross pieces here. This is going to be where the nesting boxes will attach to. So one nesting box will be here, one nesting box will be over here. Some of the other things that I tend to forget about because I don't know, just slips my mind, but I had to put in some nail backers. So if you see up there and here and over there and back there, so that's so when I put the paneling on, and then also on this wall here, so that's a nail backer, because I'm going to be putting sheets of siding here. Then I need to have something to nail it to on the edge and on the top. So that's what those are for. So this is actually the very last thing. I have one board here that I'm going to attach going across up on the top here. And then that's going to be basically the nail backer for the top of this piece of plywood. And I think I might end up putting a piece here and a piece here, just so the door is not this entire thing. I think, and yeah, I guess I need to add a nail backer here as well. So, yeah, just about done with the framing. Yeah. All right, so done with the coop, but I'm still working on the doors. So none of this is put together yet, but basically what I'm doing is doing the layup of everything. So the bigger corners are here because there's going to be a cross brace that's going to come up, and then there will be a centerpiece as well. And then there will be a cross brace that comes down from that corner. So that's why the one side has the bigger corner. That will be the hinge side. And then this door is a mirror, so that'll be the hinge side. So cross brace, centerpiece, cross brace. So I'll keep working on these. All right, the corners are all done. They're all screwed off, and I hit everything with Titebond 3. So Titebond 3 is the waterproof one for exterior. Titebond 2 is not waterproof, if you guys were curious what the difference is. So this all has Titebond 3 under all the corners. I got the middle braces cut and in place. So now I'm going to make the cross braces that are basically going to tuck under this corner and tuck under this corner and then go to here. So get all that made, and then I'm going to make a piece that's going to screw on over all three of those pieces, which will be the two cross supports and the middle support, and then I'll make a piece that goes over this and a little bit further. So all the cross supports are cut now. The cross supports are actually screwed in on the big corners there. Excuse me. So I'm going to make a cover piece for here on both of them. I don't think I'm going to do one on this side just because I don't think it needs it. I may end up doing one. Maybe I'll just do a triangle going this way or something like that. Who knows? But it's getting late. I think it's like 8:30 at night, so it's kind of dark outside, and I don't want to keep making noise and bug my neighbors that can hear. So I will pick this up in the morning, get these finished up, and then we'll start the paint. Okay, next morning, I have these doors finished up with that last piece there. These doors are not going to go together like that. One will be on one side and one on the other, but the doors themselves are pretty much the same. So now it's time to get set up and start doing some painting. So much noise over there. Someone must be laying an egg. Dogs. All right, well, getting some painting done. That really goes through paint quick. That was already a gallon and a half. I'm not even halfway done with the Coop. So looks like I'm gonna make a run to Home Depot and get some more paint. But it's getting there. So trip to town. Man, that's messy. Don't look too close because there's lots of drips. But I'm not a painter. But I guess that makes pretty quick work of it. So pretty much got everything. I'm gonna let this sit for an hour or so, dry, and then I'll come back and I'll do some touch-ups. You can see some spots where the borite comes through. That's the treatment that they use on the wood. So this paint is supposed to be a primer and paint in one, but as you can see, it's still bleeds through a little bit. Probably do another coat on the doors as well. But yeah, shoot, that was pretty quick. I mean, total spray time was probably an hour or so. So pretty nice. All right, so everything's painted. It's been sitting a while, so it's dry. I have the 14 gauge fencing here, 1/2 inch by 1 inch holes. And that is gonna be what's gonna go around the bottom. So basically where the cross beam is, it's gonna go right up to that point all the way around, and then it'll be regular chicken wire up on the top. So I'm going to get started unrolling this and go grab the staples and start installing it. All right, so I have the 14 gauge 1/2 inch by 1 inch fencing installed all the way around. Man, this stuff is difficult to work with. It doesn't stretch very well. It's very rigid. I haven't worked with wiring like fencing that was this thick. Normal fencing, I guess the hog fencing is easier because it's big squares, but the small mesh fencing like this, it gets really hard to stretch and maneuver. So I got one piece in here. I'm thinking now that I may just run a 2x6 along here, because this is where the nesting boxes will be, just so that they have like a spot to pop in and pop out. But I don't think I want to use a whole strip just to cover that small part. So we'll see how that ends up. I'm going to continue now with the chicken wire, and the chicken wire basically is going to run from here around this corner to here, and then from this corner over to that corner, and then that'll be it. Hi, Hati. What's up, buddy? And then that'll be it for the chicken wire, and then I will get started on the siding. So the siding, I think all I'm going to try and do for today is get the exterior done. So it'll basically be 3 sheets here, 1, 2, and then a partial, which will probably be, you know, the top of this one. And then the back side is going to be a 1/2 sheet, maybe, basically from here to there. And then that'll be it for the siding on the outside. And then, of course, I'm going to need to do the siding on the peak up here. So let me get this chicken wire installed on the top half, and then I'll come back. Maybe I'll get one of the first pieces of siding up too. I don't know. All right, so now chicken wire is wrapped all the way around. Started moving some of the mulch in from over here. So this whole thing is going to get filled with mulch. Chicken wire over here. So what I'm getting ready to do now is I cut 2 pieces for the doors. So I'm going to start putting the fencing on the doors and then get the doors installed. Yeah. Boom. So one door is done. I have to shave just a little bit off that bottom corner down there because it's sticking a little bit. So this side's totally done now as far as the fencing. This is going to get siding up there. Let's leave that shut for now. Ugh. And then, as you can see over here, I got 1 sheet of siding up already. So I got one more, almost full sheet, well, about 67 inches, and then I'll have a small corner here. I'll have that piece around the side, and then the pieces to do up there in the front, and then this thing will be sealed up. Well, I still got to do the fencing and mount one more door. But I'm getting close. Yeah, I'm not really doing any time lapses of any of the stuff that I'm doing. This is all kind of stuff that you've seen before. I'm trying to get this all buttoned up tonight because I want to go pick up our new birds tonight. So we're getting some new birds, and they are guinea hens. If you're not familiar with, they're like a really crazy looking weird bird. They look like a cross between like a turkey and a roadrunner and like a quail. I don't know. They have like big round bodies and like tiny little heads and they're kind of like watchdogs. They're like little velociraptors, actually. They run in packs. They'll attack and kill mongoose. They'll kill snakes. They'll kill, basically any predators they'll attack and kill. But they're still not super smart because they'll get attacked by dogs. So anyway, that's what we're going to be picking up tonight, hopefully, if I can get this done in time. So that's the big secret. And then, of course, the chickens and everything will be in here too with them. So we'll see. Let me get back to work. All right, so I have the second door built and ready to go on. So I did not finish the coop, and I did not pick up the guinea fowl, guinea hens. It was just getting late. I could have finished probably, but then still driving to go pick them up, whatnot. And the lady that I am buying them from said she can keep them for another week, no problem, to give me a chance to try and get more done. So, and as you see, it's raining today, which is great. We need some rain. So this is the inside. Pretty much, it's fully sealed up now, minus the door, but as soon as I put the door on, it'll be fully sealed up. I got the chicken door installed. I can't get out. I still need to put some little pull wires on here so that you can actually get out. Yeah. So I'm going to continue to put more mulch in here, and then work on getting the actual coop closed up. But before I do that, I want to start putting some of the roosting poles in here. So like I said, I'm gonna just put a bunch of poles in there all over the place to give them plenty of room for roosting, as well as out here in the coop area or the main area. So if they want to roost out here, they can roost out here. And I think I'm gonna I got a bunch of, YV, like one right there that's taken down. So I think I'm just gonna get a bunch of YV and cut them to size and then just screw them in. And we'll see how long those last. And then once all the roosting posts are up, then I can put the siding on here. So this is gonna be just 2 sheets here, and then it'll be 1 sheet on this side. Yeah, it'll pretty much, because this is gonna be almost a full sheet right there. This is gonna be pretty close to a full sheet. Maybe a couple feet left on the low side. And then this is gonna be just about a full sheet too. And then this one's gonna end up getting cut in half. So I am gonna make a door here. I still gotta figure that out, but I'll probably just do a 2x4 frame that fits inside and then just nail that to the siding piece and then put a couple hinges over there. That's all I really need. And then I'll do a latch over here. I'll do one of those ones that kind of wraps around the corner, like for a padlock type thing, something like that. But that's the progress. Looking good. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so finally back at it. It's Saturday again. It's been almost a week since I've done anything. Couple things I've been working on this morning. I added in a board here, and then also a little step there that's going to go to where the nesting boxes are. And as you can see, I got the nesting box holes cut out, and this one's installed already. So that's done. The next thing I'm going to start doing is putting in the roosting posts, and then I can start doing the siding over here to close this up. And I also had to buy some sheet metal because these boxes come open. So these are made to go like inside of a coop. Like if I were to hang them on the wall in here, then they would go in, lay their eggs and then go out. But I wanted to be able to access the eggs without going into the coop. So I got a piece of sheet metal, cut it down, and then just did some pop rivets. Can still grab eggs. And then this whole box lifts off too if I need to. It's just on with 2 screws. So progress so far. And my helper started doing some painting, so Looking sharp. So I got the door installed. This side's painted. Got one nesting box installed. Well, I think that was on there before. And then starting paint on this side. Oh, haven't started painting on this side yet. I just caulked the nails. So making some progress. Okay, so now I'm getting started on the roosting posts. And this is basically just poplar closet hanger bar, or what they would use for the closet poles. So it's pretty strong, and it was cheap. It's like $10 for each one. So I'm doing 3 poles here, and then I added in these cross beams up here, and so I'm going to do 3 posts that'll go into this 4x4 up above, and then I may add in like a couple corner ones as well, just so there's lots of options. So continuing on with that, I got to finish this before I put the siding on this wall though, so that's where I'm at now. Trying to get all this done because we're going to be picking up the guineas today, so yeah. Alright, so all of the roosting poles are done. I added one in the corner here as well, so that's roughly, should be about 25 to 26 feet of roosting posts. So it's usually about a foot per bird, so we should be able to have, you know, up to 25 birds in here. And then I'm going to be adding some outside as well, so for that I'll probably use some YV, and then just do like cross corners and then something, I don't know, we'll figure it out. So now next step is going to be to put the siding on in here, which should go fairly quickly. It's going to be 3 sheets, just have to cut it to size and then nail it in place. Here they are. You see that? Won't focus. Whoa. Velociraptors. Now you're trapped, Hati. I guess I need to back the screws out a little more. There it goes. Okay. All right. Now I got both nesting boxes on, and I got the hole cut for the ramp on the inside, so I'll show you that. And the bad dog's locked inside because he hasn't been listening today. Huh, bad dog. Okay. So, as you can see, this is all done and painted thanks to my wife. Oh boys, this is the last time you're going to be in here. The one thing that I have left is to build the door here, which I have all that in the shop right now. I started working on it already, but we had to go pick up the guineas, which you saw in the box a second ago. So this is going to be the opening to get into the coop. I'm going to be building a little kind of a platform here, and then the ramp is going to come down there. So I just wanted to get this all done and sealed up with the nesting boxes in there so that I can bring the guineas in here and let them loose, because they've been boxed up for a while and living in a small enclosure. So I guess let's go get them. position the camera. There you go. Oh my God, go out of the box. Hottie, no. It's okay, girls. It's okay, girls, relax. Hottie. You okay? Hi, girls. You guys hungry? Hottie. Get out of here. I don't want them back here. So they can fly pretty high. They're still pretty small. I think they're probably about 3 to 4 months right now, so they'll get a little bit bigger than what they are now. You're okay. You're okay. Pretty crazy looking. And these ones are all just sticking together because they're checking out the new environment. So I have some water set up here for them temporarily. I gotta go get the feeders that I'm gonna hang so that they have some food, because I'm sure they're probably hungry. So they really seem to like grass. Only one of them so far has gone over to the food, and I still haven't figured out the water, so it's going to take them a little while to acclimate. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's water. Oh boy. So, I mean, they've been in here for 10 minutes, so they got some time. Yeah, look, water. So the things I need to finish still is I need to do the ramp for them to go in, and then I need to finish the door on the end of the coop over there. Otherwise everything is done. I did put some little fishing line with washer, if you see it hanging right there, to open the doors from the inside so we don't get trapped in here, because that wouldn't be cool. But just about finished. So these guys are going to stay in here for a couple weeks at least, maybe even longer. And in that time I'm going to start working on the fencing for the paddock area. And when we do finally let them out, I don't know if they'll come back or if they're going to just roam the property, but they are very territorial and they really stay in a pack. So you'll see like how they all stick together wherever they go. So even if they're roaming the property, they're going to kind of get their area mapped out and then they're going to stay there. So pretty cool though. They definitely can get loud. Oh, my noisy little guineas. So I'm working on the steps. Sorry, I'm trying to open the door and hold my camera all together. Oh boy. Okay. So as you can see, I got wood shavings in here. So the idea behind this is that as the stuff starts to break down, it'll just fall through the fencing along with poop and whatever else. And then I just, throw more wood shavings in here every once in a while, and then it'll just eventually break down and work its way down and fall down below. So This is what I have built so far for the little platform. Just kind of a diamond shape, I guess. And then the stairs are going to come down at a 45, which I got right here. So I'm just going to attach these temporarily right now. Oh my gosh. Little baby, stop. I'm not chasing you, I promise. Okay. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this while I'm holding my phone. Okay. All right. So, hey, it's starting to rain. So it's going to look something like that. Of course, I'll make sure it's level and everything, and I'm going to just put a screw in there temporarily because I still want to paint all of this, and then I'm going to put some Trex decking on there because I got little cut off scraps from when I did the porches or the lanais. So I'm going to put these stairs on temporarily for tonight, and then tomorrow after work I'll probably work on this some more. I'm kind of deciding whether I should end this video or if I should continue on, because I don't have a lot left, but I still got to finish the door. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to end it. So this is a low light situation. It's already starting to get dark, and now my phone is not it's not too good when it starts getting dark, I guess, on reverse camera like this. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video now, and then there will be a part 4, and I'll get everything finished up, as well as starting to get like some YVs and some roosting posts and branches and stuff out here. And then I'm also going to go over the cost of what all of this cost, which was quite a lot. So I'll do all that in the next video. But I just want to say thanks, guys, for watching and for tuning in. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Aloha.